Influencers losing the plot 101.
Something I've been noticing for a while now. Influencers getting airheaded and forgetting their role, forgetting who they even are. It's a classic cycle, and I'm sure you all know exactly what inspired this video. But this isn't about just one person. It's about the pattern, the constant cycle of losing the plot. The truth is, if you build a connection with your fans early on, those real fans care about the grounded, humble, authentic version of you. But when you let money, fame, or just access pull you out of alignment, that's when you lose the plot. There are only a few things in life that can completely change your entire paradigm. A detox, a change in environment, a transformative or maybe traumatic experience, and money. But what's crazy is money's fake. It's the only thing on that list that's just a concept, a created concept. It doesn't make you better or give you purpose. It just amplifies and exposes who you were all along. Especially if, like I said, you never knew who you were to begin with. And if you never know who you were to begin with, that's where the real challenge starts. Because when you have a strong sense of self and you gain money, you move with intention, you stay grounded. It's all about the frequency you operate on. And money has its own frequency. And how you use it determines whether it amplifies your purpose or distracts you from it. It's deep. And a lot of the creators lose the plot not just because of money, but because what the money has offered, the opportunity, the distractions, the potential. It's all about staying true to yourself through it all. And everybody we're going to talk about in this video, they lost the plot at some point. So if I asked y'all, who do you think of when I tell you, somebody lost the plot, comment the first person you think of. I'm gonna be honest, I might be a little older than y'all. The first person I think of is Pretty Boy Fredo. I don't think y'all really understand. When I was in like middle school, this man was a god at 2K and known in the 2K community before he really popped off on YouTube for his IRL content. And then of course, when he first started the IRL content, he was on top. But like I just told y'all, the true colors are bound to show. When that money came in, instead of evolving with it, he got lost in it. After building such a respected name, man, he started faking content and forcing content, chasing clout, doing things that just didn't feel true to himself anymore. Shout out JBM Fargo, he makes great content, especially about people in the 2K community, and he talks about how he was scamming his editors, he was scamming his fans, he was greedy and grimy to get himself in position. And this being one of the first cases I really just seen happen firsthand, it showed me that money doesn't help you or change you, it just reveals you. He got exposed by his own choices, y'all.
Up until this point, everybody fucking loved me. It's the perfect guy with the perfect family, and everything just started to change. Slowly become your own demise. Because you got this feeling that you're just fucking invisible. I built this shit. I did this shit. I slowly became the villain.
Bro, what? You are a 30 years old, grown-ass man talking about I slowly became the villain. Nigga, all we wanted you to do was stop faking your videos, my boy. You did all that extra shit.
That's Hollywood behavior. You don't just lose the plot overnight. You lose it decision by decision. You're just slowly losing yourself. Every time you trade purpose for popularity or image over integrity. And that's what these people do. Just like the second person I want to name who I feel wrong if I don't is Fousey too. I was never a diehard fan, but I really remember when he was on YouTube as just a genuine vlogger and prankster. Like, he had a large kid audience. It's so crazy to think how it turned out for him. But when he tried to jump into streaming, it's almost like he thought he could carry that same love into a new lane. But instead of evolving naturally, he completely forced it. He came in with this manic, chaotic energy, just being a menace, just trying to fit in with the younger crowd. And that's not what he came up off. That wasn't his lane. That fame he got from the vlogs got to his head. He never had a career after that anyways. He lost the plot way before then. All he's got is viral moments, but he's made a fool of himself. I've seen people in real life let TikTok or just external clout or even obsession change who they personally are. I can't imagine what kind of validation, the level Fousey got does to you. In the grand scheme of things, it corrupts your mind, it rewires you, because the online world is dangerous and just makes you reach outside yourself. That's all it does. And Fousey's a prime example of letting that get to your head, letting the external world get to your head. Man, he lost the plot a long time ago. Everything we see about Fousey's a forced clip of him trying to go viral.
Come here, make me right now. I'm doing 90 on the freeway. Hey Slim, I drank a fifth of vodka. You ready to drive?
Can I ask you a question?
No.
I'll ask you a question.
No.
What was it?
No! Are you stupid? You asked me if I can ask you a question. I said no. Do you not understand English? Get the fuck out of the dealership if you're not shopping.
And I've seen since his last Manic episode, he's kind of reverted back to making calmer, genuine content. And it's like he learned, you know, if this is what you have to do to go viral, it's not worth it. Now imagine you're somebody who came up doing that destructive content and disrespecting yourself to go viral. Well, there's a lot of people like that. You could look at Adin Ross, you could look at Neon, who I talked about many times. Like I said, I made the video literally called, you know, when you disrespect yourself, you can't expect respect or something like that. But when did they lose the plot? Let's talk about Adin specifically. You know, respectfully, he never really knew who he was, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's been broadcasted to us live. We've seen this man go through the motions and really lose and find himself and try to go back and realize he's created something new. I want to tell you right now, there's been moments where he lost the plot, but Adin's fan base has been with him since he didn't even have a plot. He originally went viral just playing 2K, saying such things, getting viewers on Twitch, and he played with Bronny, which brought a lot of people in, only to expand to streaming with rappers, which was revolutionary in the world of streaming. A lot of people never did things like that. Before it was Kai, it was Adin. Adin was the one people said is the pioneer of the streaming world. But when he expanded to doing such clips with rappers, his whole entire brand expanded, and he really became a brand risk. He got banned on Twitch after a few years and kind of fell back and went into a drug addiction. Y'all know the lore there. Then he came back, had this Andrew Tate arc, really wanted to, you know, find that spark again, but realized, like I said, it's gone. It's kind of different now. And his entire career since then has just been trying to find that balance of his old self, his new content. And when I would say he lost the plot, was getting involved with stake and gambling. Y'all might think, nah, ain't nothing, he's making so much money. He's fully absorbed by the money now. He likes playing into the stereotypes. He's different, and things around him are just suspicious. How's his manager on a call with Kai at 3 a.m. saying he's spending all his money gambling? I'm about to go manage one of the Fousey dudes. Shit's strange. I feel like I just had to mention Adin in this video, but I want to get to the main people who are the Nelk Boys. They single-handedly are the reason this video is coming to reality. I've had this video in my notes, and when I seen this interview, I said, this is perfect, because it reminded me, these influencers, they forget where they came from, and this is an ideal example. I know they want to get these crazy, problematic guests to have everybody talking. Trust me, I know, but there's a difference. They were absolutely not qualified or in the right mind to do something like this. Their intention was completely wrong. For y'all who don't know, they got the Prime Minister of Israel, y'all. And I'm not political, I'm spiritual. But it is definitely a spiritual warfare because these people in power profiting off everything and harnessing our energy. So I can tell you straight up, this man just used them real quick. And when I say this man, we of course got to be very careful. This is somebody who put a lot of people's life on hold just for saying things. You know, a lot of people are speaking out at this time because of what's going on in Gaza, man. Of course, free Palestine. And this is somebody who has all to do with that they just happily talk to. I think them saying they're trying to hear him out alone is wild to me. But to say that knowing that they wouldn't be able to ask their own questions, and knowing there will be people in that room, and knowing that he'll lie anyways if he wants to, that's more than losing the plot. That's more than selling out. That's more than forgetting who you are. It was just a disgrace, and I wouldn't have said that if they had sat down with their influence and really asked some pivotal questions, done their research, and really had a revolutionary conversation and make those millions of views worth something, because it's gonna get views regardless. What would have happened to them? Who knows? But what else are you really signing up for when you want to talk to somebody like this? You get what I'm saying? They didn't challenge a thing. They didn't press a thing because that was never their intention to begin with. They came up off low vibrational chaos. So of course they made the lower self choice to do what's best for them. The greedy decision to build a connection and talk to the Prime Minister. Just let him speak. Don't really say nothing. They said they didn't get no money from it. Well, they're straight now, bro. They sold out. They lost the plot, and that was the most mind-blowing way to do it. I'm not saying no one should talk to him, but them, definitely not. But that's just one example out of the many. I hope y'all understand the bigger message I'm telling you, especially in the beginning. Just align with your vision, and as long as you are staying grounded and present in the moment, you are always in control. But as you start to succeed and have more opportunity and more things around you in this external world, you know, comes temptation. Don't let nothing block you of your vision. Do not block your own blessings. You are capable of doing anything you put your mind to. But that's the key, keeping your mind to it. These people lose the plot because they let the money change them, or they never knew who they were to begin with. As always, meditate, go within, as well as let me know if there's any creators who lost the plot that I didn't mention, because I'm genuinely curious. I want to know who you guys would say. But of course, it's being
of course he's like spiritual shit, but that nigga called himself God, bro. I don't know about doing bullshit, nigga.